Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and I'm back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto, The Wolf King Origins, and yeah, guys, it is an unscripted movie as well. Before continuing this, I would like to tell you guys that this is kind of a cinematic universe like Marvel. I'm trying to make something like that with Naruto, so yeah, I am currently experimenting, and I hope you enjoy this movie. And if you do, I will make the next part of this movie as well. This is going to be the origins as it says. Next part will be the final part of this. It is still in the testing phase, so I hope you enjoy the story, and if you do, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And please do suggest some of your suggestions for what should happen in the next movie if you like this one. Please. And don't worry about your ideas. I have taken screenshots of them and I am working on them. Okay, it's just that it is a slow process for as we speak, but they will be done soon. I promise to you all. And yeah, this movie is being made after the live. I mean, before the live stream. So yeah, I do not know anything what will happen. I hope it went well. And yeah, if it did, then I'm happy. And if it didn't, then yeah, we'll get him next time. I'm still hopeful. So anyways, enjoy the story, and without any further ado, let's begin. Story begins in Konohagakure no Sato. It was the month of October, and it was 10th of October to be exact. It was like any other night. The weather was getting cold, and the villagers, well, were at their homes. The hustling and bustling streets were now barren. There were really one or two shops that were open for shinobis to hang out, those who were off duty or just resting. As the villagers were just in general resting and enjoying themselves, when out of nowhere, the mighty Kyubi no Yoko appeared. With a single roar, it alerted everyone. There was havoc, chaos everywhere. People were running like headless chickens for their lives. Amongst this chaos, the third Hokage took charge. His name was Hiruzen Sarutobi, and he was quite an old man. Despite not being the current Hokage, the leader of the village, he took charge of his shinobis, and those shinobis, respecting him, listened to him and followed through the battle, knowing very well that this might be the last time they will, well, see their loved ones. And hence, there they were, on the outskirts of the village where the Kyubi has appeared, battling out the Kyubi, which was, well, to be honest, one-sided battle, the one that they were losing, and the Kyubi was winning. As Fugaku, Uchiha, alongside with many of the clan heads, also appeared there. "We're here to aid you." As Fugaku then said, "Oh my god, what?" Yashi asked, as Hiruzen was also concerned. "The Kyubi, its eyes. They have a Sharingan veteran in them." "What? But how is that possible?" "I do not know, Hokage-sama. It must be a rogue Uchiha, but there hasn't been a rogue Uchiha." As suddenly a masked man appeared, holding on to a child, as he was floating in the air. "It is I, Madara Uchiha." As hearing these two words turned everyone into stones, their blood froze, as their eyes were wide and their mouths were gaping. "There's no way. He died. Hashirama did not have the guts to kill me. At the Valley of the End, I left without harm. And now I have found a way to turn myself immortal. And once again, I'm here to finish my job. Not before I can do anything about it," said Gamabunta, the huge toad boss of the Toad clan, as he headbutted the Kyubi, as well as Minato, who jumped into the air, who sidekicked, sending Madara, or the person claiming to be Madara, down towards the ground. As Minato landed there, as he caught the child. Phew, that was a close call. And then he looked down. There was no child. It was a woodlock. "Where is my son?" said Minato in seething rage, as he turned towards the masked person, who was just laughing. "Do you think I will be idiot enough to bring the child here? I have worse fate in store for him, Minato no Mikaze, and I'm not going to tell where your child is. Oh, by the way, as with a snap, The Sharingan pattern disappeared, and the red slitted eyes appeared on the QB, and the man started to disappear. I will have the QB whenever I want, but I must finish one job, and that is to destroy Konoha and get even with it. So enjoy. What will you choose, Minato? Your village or your dying son? The choice is up to you. As after that, the masked person disappeared, as with a swift motion, into a different dimension, like a wormhole. Minato, go find your child. We'll stop the QB. You know that it isn't that I am the only one who can stop it, right? You're going to use that seal, aren't you? Yes. As Kushina then arrived there. Where is Naruto? Kushina, you have to. I don't care, Minato. Where is Naruto? You're weak. Naruto is dead. He killed him. As hearing these words, Kushina broke down and passed out. As medics arrived there and took her away. I have to do this. As suddenly, Hiruzen and the three of the best friends of his, Hiyashi, Fugaku, and Shigaku, did the 4-formation barrier seal, and the barrier was created, in which the QB and Minato were kept. You're going down, QB, foolish mortal. Do you think after receiving my freedom I will just let it go like this? As a huge Bijudama was about to be charged. Shit, I have to finish this. As suddenly, the Shinigami appeared. The air was tense, as Minato did the Hakai Fuyin, taking along himself the QB into the afterlife, inside the Shinigami's stomach. As Minato was dying, the payment was about to be received by Shinigami. As the barrier dropped, all of them dashed towards Minato. Keep Kushina safe. They don't have to worry about QB anymore. He's gone for good. And try to find my son, please. That is all I ask. As after that, Minato died, as his soul left his body. His friends, his comrades, his people, all there, standing solemnly, because they have lost quite a bit of people. But more importantly, they lost their leader, who sacrificed his family, chose his village over his dying son, and they had huge respect. As Kakashi landed there, after hearing these words, he dashed into the direction. Kakashi, where are you going? Said Fugaku. I have found traces of Naruto's scent. Naruto? That was the name Sensei told me was going to be the kids. I'm going to search. Bakun has sent signals. As Kakashi did arrive at the site after some time, but only to find a blanket. Nothing more. I'm sorry, Kakashi, said Bakun. It seems as if the wolves have got him. Wolves? Yes. He's not. He's dead. These wolves are of rare breed. They are ferocious towards humans. Any interaction between them and humans has always ended up human either dying or getting injured. They are strong. I apologize, but the kid is probably dead. Damn it, Kakashi said as he punched a tree right next to him, turning it into splinters, his eyes turning into red with rage. His Sharingan morphed to life, as the three domos that were there turned and spun into a shuriken-like pattern. As he, seething his teeth, returned back to the village, as he was surprised that the Hokage has gone to take charge and went towards the council room. He waited at the outside of the council chambers. While we go inside. What? That is the dumbest decision Minato has taken, said Danzo, while the rest of the council was paying their respects for the late Hokage and his choice of actions, even though they were saddened that he has to make that choice. And they felt chills run down their spine as their stomach twisted. Then what will they do if they had to make that sort of choice? While Danzo here was bitching about the QB. Shut the fuck up, Danzo, said Koharu. You do not know what kind of sacrifice that young man made. He not only fought for our village, he was the loyalest shinobi we ever had. And he had to make the damn choice in which many of us might have, well, would have chosen our loved one. Instantly, I would have done so as well. Hiruzen would have done so. You as well done so if you ever had the heart. But he chose the village. All lives above one. And we'll be damned if his son isn't found. And that is when they heard a knock. As Hiruzen then said, "Come in." As Kakashi came in. "Any news, Kakashi?" He was taken by the wolves. We tracked him down, and I did found his bindings in which he was covered. Kakashi said as his lips quivered, tears rolling down. Everyone was shocked because to them, Kakashi has never broken down. At the death of his father, at the death of his friends, he never has broken down in front of them. But the secret that they didn't knew that Kakashi was holding back. Part of his heart was cracking. And finally it broke today. He lost his big brother figure and his little brother figure. All in his life was taken away from him, and he was left alone yet again. As he then said, I will be leaving. As after that Kakashi left, as they all sighed, that kid, he has gone through enough trauma for the day. We need to leave him alone and go easy on him for the next missions. What about Kushina? That is what I am worried about, Hiruzen. Kushina, she is still alive. Yeah, that is right. I didn't know about that. Or maybe I forgot about that. Because all of the... Calm down, Hiruzen. Homura said. There has been a lot of chaos done today. And damage done as well. We all need to recover and rest. Because we just survived a great catastrophe that could have ended our village and our existence altogether. You're right, old friend. As this was going on, we go towards very far from the elemental nations, almost to a corner, a border of the world, for exact. As we see a cub, or more like a cub, figure was being carried by the wolf in a sheet. As this wolf was complete white, and the child that was there inside that sheet that she was carrying in her teeth had blonde hair, blue eyes, tan skin, and 3 whisker marks on each cheek. And due to these features, this wolf, well, thought that Naruto was her child. And, well, she just couldn't leave her. You see, this wolf's child has died 3 months ago, and she was so heartbroken after that she wandered alone away from her pack. And during one fateful night, she encountered a child crying. She went there. She was about to attack when she calmed down and sniffed the child, and then licked the face, and the child giggled and touched its snot, and the wolf licked its hand and then picked up the child as the one of the sheets dropped down, which was open, and left with the child in her teeth. End of the flashback. As we see in front of ourselves a huge cave as the wolves entered there with the child that was in her teeth. Time skip. 6 years later, we go towards Konohagakure no Sato now. As we see inside a mental institute, a red-haired woman could be seen sitting on her bed, her head down. Her eyes, which were purple, were lifeless. She didn't even budge or moved. As besides her was sitting a blonde-haired woman as well, with a purple diamond on her forehead, with 2 pigtails. Wearing green clothes, she was none other than Tsunade Senju, her cousin, as well as the strongest Kunoichi in the whole elemental nations. Kushina, honey, you have to snap out of it. I know that you lost everyone. So did I. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and lie that I took it like a champ. I still am, well, hurting and recovering. It is as the life goes on. You have to, well, give it time to heal wounds. As no answer was given to her, as she sighed, I'll come back, okay? As after that, she left. As she exited the room and walked a few steps, a voice grabbed her attention. Any news? As she turned towards the balcony from where the voice came from, it was Jiraiya. No, she's, well, as usual, unresponsive. I just wish Sensei should have consulted this with us before telling her that she lost her family again. You're right, Jiraiya. He should have done that, but he did the right thing. This woman has right to know everything. That is what he said to me. So, I think he did not lie to her, and that was for the best. I just wish that there was a way to find Naruto. You still believe that he's out there and alive? Yeah, you see, Gamabunta and Minato has been doing some sample testing to, well, track down summoners in case they're in a grave situation where they can't summon the toads. Really? Yeah. And he took Naruto's sample as well. But how? He was just a fetus, wasn't he? Well, you know the Hachi-san, right? Your prodigy, after you. Yeah, he was kind of a prodigy. He developed a way to extract DNA from the fetus while it was still developing without harming it. And that is what Minato did. And it was still in experimenting phase, and you won't believe this. As Jiraiya showed the scroll to her as her eyes widened, you can't be serious, right? I am serious. The coordinates, the location, everything explains. And this mark, the glowing dot on it, is Naruto. Are you? I am. I am 100% sure that this is working. I trusted Minato's work. And I know for sure that he is there. His son is there. And I'm going to bring him back. But first I have to discuss this with Sensei. When did you find this out? Well, today. What? What do you mean? It was a long forgotten project, okay? After the whole ordeal, we did not know what to do. The Toads were, well, quite shocked after the death of Minato, and were still recovering as well after the fight. Gamabunta was knocked out unconscious. So he needed time to heal because it was him and, well, Minato who did this, behind Pa and Ma's back. They were obviously angry, but they thought that this was a blessing in disguise for them. Mainly for us to find that little tadpole, as Ma said. As both of them then walked towards Hiruzen's office, as he has required that office after the death of his successor. As both of them entered there. Ah, Tsunade, Jiraiya. I hope yeah, one good. Aside from that, regarding Kushina, everything is the same, says Tsunade. Oh, I see, says Hiruzen Sarutobi. So then, what is this good news that you speak of? As Jiraiya then laid down the scroll in front of Hiruzen. This was a testing project between the Toads clan and Minato, mainly Gamabunta and him. Okay, so what does this have to do with the good news? You see, it was to test out that a summoner, well, while being in a pinch, the Toads could locate him and get him some help or medics in case of, well, he can't summon them. In a way, it is a tracker for their summoners, and it can be only tracked by blood. As you see this golden dot, I see. You see this white one? It is me. I'm standing right in front of you in Konoha. I see. Then who is this golden one? That is Naruto. What? I'm sorry, As Jiraiya then explained to Hiruzen what he did to Tsunade. As after hearing this explanation, and the reason why he didn't tell them before, Hiruzen was left flabbergasted. This is outstanding. We have to find him, Jiraiya, but we have to keep it quiet, because Danzo will be after him as well. Danzo? Why? His route is still working. Well, I got to know it 2 days ago. How so? Kakashi. What? What does this have to do with him? He came here demanding a mission again. His mental health has been determined not fit since that incident 6 years ago, and I haven't sent him on a single mission. He has earned himself enough, and a staple is, well, given to him every month to survive. But I guess he's hell-bent on going out and ending his life. And that is why I'm not sending him out there. I see. Well, anyway, he was leaving in a hurry when he saw two blank masked Anbus roaming around the rooftops. He followed them, and he saw the seal on their tongue as well. It matches this description that Danzo is still running the route. He killed obviously both of them before telling me this. And I have the proof here, as two heads of the corpses were shown, with their tongues still having the seal, while two blank masks of Anbu. My god, Kakashi really is not sane anymore. No, not after that incident, he isn't. But you have to bring him back. By this, we might be able to gain back Kushina, as well as Kakashi somewhat. You were right, I have to do this. I am leaving then. As Jiraiya grabbed the scroll and went on a travel journey, all by himself. While he was traveling, we go towards Naruto, who we see now playing with his siblings, or as he called them to be. We see 8 huge wolves running in a pack, as the child was also running with them, like he was a pack of the wolf as well. In front of them was the Alpha, their mother, as she growled and caused all of them to halt and stop. As Naruto was the one who was called then, as she then looked straight ahead, as Naruto's eyes focused. It was a deer Naruto had to hunt. It was his first hunt, obviously. Living with a wolf had this quirk. His teeth soon turned into canines, and he had more wolfish characteristics now. Wild hair, thick whisker marks, and, well, razor-sharp teeth, and also having 2 fangs, as he dashed, alerting the deer, and he leapt on the deer like a wild animal, and slitted its throat. With a single swish, Naruto brought it down, but in the process, he alerted all the deers nearby, as they as a horde dashed away from him in a hurry. But they turned their direction and stomped all over him. He was bruised badly, but living in the harsh environments all by himself has hardened him, as the mother wolf couldn't take it, as she, alongside all the wolves, dashed towards Naruto, and, well, started to sniff him to see if he was okay, as Naruto got up, as the female wolf growled as Naruto whined, and then she moved forward and licked Naruto's face, as Naruto chuckled. As after that, the deer was brought back to their cave where they all were resting. That is, until everyone got on alert, as they were growling ferociously. Naruto, who was out of stamina, also got up, just to see that all of the wolves has been, well, taken out, and a man with white hair was standing there, as Naruto growled, Hey, it's okay, calm down, kid. As Naruto thrashed towards him. Damn it, as the man knocked him out. The kid couldn't understand him. This man was none other than Jiraiya. As 2 doors came from the outside of the cave. Jiraiya boy, have you found him? Yeah, pa. That scroll did work. And look who we have here. He's quite tough. As Pa then halted him. Stop, let me check. Ma, check his teeth. As after checking him completely, it is as I feared. What? He has, well, animalistic side to him now. What do you mean by that? He has lived for the first 6 years of his life inside, this cave as well as with this wolf's back. Taking him away and tearing him apart from his back might, well, sadden him to the end that he might end up dying. So, like what? I have to just bring them all then? Yes, in a way. Ah, man. Seriously. As after that, Jiraiya had to steal each and every wolf. As Naruto was tied down, both hands and wrists, as well as legs and knees. And after completely being secured and slotting Naruto over his shoulder, Jiraiya dashed as fast as he could. It took him complete 1.5 days with the help of Toads to get there, towards his village. After arriving there, Naruto, who hasn't woken up, finally tried to thrash as he was knocked out again, as he was placed in a room in front of a woman who wasn't looking up still. Kushina said a feminine voice. It was Tsunade who entered there. Look, it's your son, Naruto. He was alive. Minato didn't knew that. He was raised by the wolves. I have the blood sample here. It matches yours and Minato's. Tsunade was shocked that Kushina looked up instantly, and seeing the features of the boy whose hair was dirty and wild, skin covered in dirt, she grabbed the boy and kissed him everywhere on the face and hugged him so tightly to her chest as tears fell down. My baby boy, my son, Tsunade, Hiruzen, Jiraiya, my son is alive. He's okay, she said, as that is when Naruto started to groan and make up, as Jiraiya got scared. As we go to see Naruto's POV, I woke up in this human's arms who was crying over me. Like I was important to her. I was scared. I wanted to hurt her, but I couldn't. Something about her calmed me down like it did towards Mama Wolf. But I didn't know why. As after that, my gaze turned towards the other people who were there, other humans. One was a blonde woman. Another one, he was the one who brought me here. As end of the POV, as we go towards the third person to see that Naruto was now crawling towards Jiraiya. Whoa, hey buddy, calm down. I did this to reunite you with your family. As Naruto growled just again. I think he doesn't know how to speak. Well, that is what happens when you live with wolves, said Hiruzen, finally breaking the silence. But I am quite interested. This kid, you say, has a lot of power and potential. Right, Jiraiya? Yes, Sensei, he has. Fine. Tsunade, you, Shizune, and Jiraiya will teach him everything. And he will go on a basic pace until he is ready to enter the academy. As after that, Naruto was introduced to his pack of wolves, as the female alpha wolf then moved forward towards Kushina, who was looking at her in the eyes. A mother to mother, even though different races and species altogether could understand one's pain of losing a child, nodded. As Naruto was then called by a growl and told everything as his eyes widened. And then he looked between the two women with tears in his eyes as both of the women dashed towards him, as both of the women looked towards each other. I mean the wolf and the woman. As Kushina chuckled, I guess we both are raising him, huh? Thank you. Thank you so much for raising him, Kushina said, hugging the wolf in front of everyone, as the wolf hugged her back. This was quite fascinating because these species of the wolf specifically hated humans and hunted them down. And now this alpha was acting calm and accepting thanks and return from Kushina. It was something else indeed, a true sight to behold. And after that, we have a time skip. Time skip to 3 years later. The academy has already been set and everyone was going there until suddenly, in Iruka Ueno's class, a new student dropped by. His name was Naruto Uzumaki. As he entered, he has long hair still, which was quite running wildly, because it felt nice to him. He still had claws like hands and nails. because they developed like that. And he still had his canines, which were much more larger, stronger than the Inizukas. As he was now in the center, as he gave a toothy grin, "Hey everyone, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. So nice to meet you all. I hope we can, be friends?" "Yeah, be friends," he said as he looked down on the note that was in his hand. "Okay, why don't you go sit anywhere, Naruto, you want?" As Naruto then went and sat all by himself in the corner of the class. As after that, we have another time skip. Time skip 3 more years later. We see that a 12-year Naruto Uzumaki was walking back towards his house where his mothers and his siblings resided. As he entered the house to see that his mother, Nala, was also teaching his other siblings, that how they should attack the prey, as Krishna was cooking dinner for all of them. As after that, Naruto greeted all of them and went inside the kitchen room and showed them his headband, that he was finally a shinobi, finally an adult now, and they could rely on him, as both of them chuckled. More like Kushina chuckled as the wolf just nodded at that, as Naruto pouted, "Hey, I am reliable." "Well, Naruto-kun, you still have a long way to go, okay? Just don't grow up too fast. For me." As Naruto now was living his best life, all he could ever imagine was here for him. His family, his friends, his siblings, his life was set. All he was going to do was now become a legend in the shinobi world and meet someone well close to him as a mate, as his mother Nala was telling him again and again that he should find a mate now. As we go towards Amegakure then, as we go there to see now after the link break that some shadow figures have been gathered there. So, any new information? Yes. It seems that our plan is obviously without any reason going to fail. And why do you say that, Pain? Because there is no QB, Madara, said this Pain character now to the person who revealed to be Madara. And why do you think that we will fail? Because there is no QB. That bastard Hokage took it down inside the Shinigami's stomach. We can revive him and extract. It's the Shinigami, not that mortal, that I'm worried about, Madara. Damn it. Then plan B will be suffice, said Madara after thinking some bit. What do you mean? Inkaku and Ginkaku, the brothers who ate the Nine-Tails flesh, they gained somewhat of his powers and chakras. They will do as the best substitute instead of the QB. We have to work with what we have, obviously. The plan is correct then. So be it. You must do it at all cost. It shall be done. As after that, we go towards the council chamber. As the Ganins were now assembled as well as their teams have been set by the power of the council. So, does everyone agree that Team 7 should be placed with Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, and Sakura Haruno under Kakashi Hatake? Yes, said everyone, except for Danzo. I still think that this child should be under my thing. He can become much more of a tool than what he is today, Danzo. So no, I have to decline your offer again for handing over Naruto to you. You're making a mistake, Hiruzen. You and Kushina are. Listen, Danzo. If you're going to do this again and again every time we are here to discuss some matters, then please, for the God's sake, don't come into this office, into this council room. Because to be frankly speaking to you, you're not needed here, buddy. Whereas I, Koharu, and Homura are. Because we have played a vital role in the making of this village, for all you did was sit on your throne on a sissy-ass bench many feet underground my office, while playing immortal with your own armies of pets, who are tied thanks to the seal that you placed on their tongue. And not only that, you can't do jack shit to the other villages, and that is why you want to take over. I know everything. Your plan was quite, or would have been successful if Koharu and Homura were on your side. They devised a plan to, well, knock you out when you were having a drinking party to invite them to your side. And not only that, they saw through your files. Your bad tendency to write down your plans had led to this. You were going to blame the Uchihas for the attack and kill them, weren't you? What? Said Fugaku in rage. Yes, and not only that, you were having talks with Kumo to send out a Yuga towards them, again even knowing after what happened to Hisashi. This is outrageous. He must be punished. He has gone against two of the most prominent clans in the Konoha village, or we must have a coup d'etat against him and this whole, well, village peoples. No, we will stop if things go that far. We agreed. We did, Hokage-sama, but this man has done something outrageous again. Calm down, Hiyashi. Let's listen to Hokage-sama first, said Fugaku. Even though both of them were enraged beyond belief, Fugaku still thought that Hiruzen will be the just in this decision-making. I have decided. Danzo will be executed after his crimes are revealed to the public. As everyone nodded at this, Danzo then thought, you think you'll get away with this? I will find a way. I will come back and kill you all and take over this village which should have been rightfully mine. Sensei, his philosophies, your philosophies, even in general, every one of you can go fuck yourself. Danzo said as he tried to escape but was stabbed through the heart by Kakashi Hatake. Nice try, bitch. As after that he disappeared. This meeting is adjourned, said a tired Hiruzen. Man, I'm too old for this shit, he told himself before he too left the council chamber after everyone left. Meanwhile, we go back towards Naruto in his household. Today he was going to leave because it was a sunrise and the first day he will be going on missions. Real missions, not like the chores that they have been doing for the past month or so. As he and his team were now in Hokage office, demanding a C rank mission because they have completed their quota for D ranks. As a man who smelled like urine as well as alcohol walked in. His name was Tazuna, or so I heard, said Naruto, as he was thinking these thoughts amongst himself. As Naruto's animal side was showing clearly, his senses were heightened. He could sense danger as well like animals. As currently they were on a travel by foot towards the land of waves from Konoha. As Naruto saw a puddle, as Naruto halted them all. It hasn't rained for the past 1 month. Why is there a puddle there? As Naruto then dashed, as the puddle poofed into two people, as a huge sword was launched. Naruto grabbed the sword, twisted his body mid-air, and thrusted the sword backwards, impaling one of them, as the other further growled, as dashed towards Naruto with his chain. Naruto grabbed his chain and dodged it, and then whiplashed his chain, whipping him in the back, breaking his bones, and throwing him to the ground as he coughed blood. As Sasuke and Sakura were shocked at just what did Naruto do in a mere moments. And at that moment it hit them. He was telling them the truth that he had an animalistic side to him, due to being raised by the wolves in nature for the first 6 years of his life. They thought that it was a tale, but they did not know it was true. As they could still see, Naruto's eyes were slits, but the pigments were still blue. As after that, Naruto's eyes returned to normal. Sorry about that. I just went in without your order, Sensei. No, it's alright, Naruto, said Kakashi. Ever since Naruto returned, Kakashi had somewhat hope left, and after getting to know Naruto, he was happy that he had gained his hope back, and not everything was lost. And he'll be damned if anything happened to him. He will be the protector of Naruto if it ever comes to that. And Kakashi was within his thoughts when he sensed something, as Naruto then yelled, "Dodge!" and jump away! As suddenly a used sword was thrusted there, as Naruto grabbed the hilt as he was strapped with the sword, lifting him off from his feet as the sword dragged itself across 10 to 20 meters within the ground. As when the sword halted, Naruto grabbed the hilt and thrusted it out, lifting the so huge obnoxious sword with single hand. Gotta admit, kid, you got strength in those arms of yours. Oh, I have more than that. Why did you attack us? You, he said, pointing towards Tazuna. You're coming with me. Stay away from this and no one will get hurt. You are Zabuza Momochi. You will not have him. He's our client. Ah, Kakashi the copy ninja. And I thought I have seen you somewhere. Interesting. I can get a bounty from you after delivering your head to the bounty collection office. But what to do with the brats? Oh well, as two water clones appeared, dashing towards the children and the said person, while Kakashi himself engaged the said man. The battle went on, but Naruto and the Genis were smarter, and Zabuza was pushed back, even after the clones were, well, turned into water mush. Damn it, says Zabuza, after getting, well, his ribs broken. I did not think that you kids had it in you, especially you, you brat. But, fear not, I will return soon as the mist thickened as Zabuza disappeared with a mythical as well as psychotic laughter. As after that, they needed rest, and Tazuna's place was just looking more than welcoming to, well, rest at, as they all went there, and that is when they met Tazunami as well as Inari. Later at night, during dinner time, while everyone was resting and recovering, Tazunami was, well, in the kitchen alongside her son, when her son couldn't contain any emotions and he lashed out on Naruto. When he returned, well, they said nothing but left, because he did not want to anger the child or say something that he might regret later on. So he just left. And that is when he met with a person who was collecting herbs. Can I help you with that? Naruto said. And he kind of helped, he did. And after that, gathering the herbs, he gave them to the girl in front of him, or so he thought. And they had a huge chat about why they fight and whom they love to fight with to protect those. And Naruto's beliefs were changed thanks to Haku. He found a true purpose, to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. Be an alpha, like his mother, Layla. So much that his, well, whole clan will be his village, and he will protect them alone like the true alpha would, from the outside dangers. As this was going on, a figure was watching this from the shadows. One half black, one half white. Are you sure? Mother said that this is the reincarnation of her lover. Yes, we are to watch it. You do know that we changed a lot of things. This child, as we speak, was to be our scapegoat to, well, nurture the Nine Tails before we have to use it to free Mother. Now we have a way. Inkak and Ginkak were found by us. Or have you forgotten, White? No, I haven't, Black. It's just that I'm surprised that Mother would feel love and connection towards this pitiful bastard. You are right, but it is our mother's will and wish, and we as her will do as she says, right? Yes, we will, even if it means something obnoxious as this. As after that, we go towards Kaguya, as she was still tied and sealed. Soon, my beloved, we will be together. As a figure appeared there, Mother, he is not father. Shut up, Haguramo. You do not know, my child. I can sense essence of your father within him. He might have that, because he is the exact replica of our father. But he has his own destiny set, and this destiny is to fight you as the child of prophecy. I will not fight then, said Kaguya. What? But Mother, that could alter. I do not care, as she was freed from her shackles. As everyone's eyes widened, as the prison itself spoke, you have been freed because your heart has been purified. Leave Kaguya Otsutsuki, Homura Otsutsuki. As after that, both of them left. Kaguya then turned herself into a younger girl thanks to a forbidden jutsu. as that is when she had to act and get close to her beloved. As suddenly she thought of an idea. Time skip next morning. We see a couple of, wolves attacking a girl with white hair and pale skin, as well as teal white eyes, silvery almost, as she dropped to her knees, which were scraped as the wolves were about to attack her until a true alpha call was heard from Naruto as they halted. As Naruto growled as they dashed away, stepping back and turning towards the other direction. As Naruto then got near her, "Are you alright? Thank you so much. What is your name?" Kaguya. I see. Kaguya-chan, is your home nearby? No. Bandits, they... Oh, I'm sorry. Then are you... Yes. I don't have a place to stay as well. Can I know what your name is? Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. At your service, ma'am, Naruto said with a huge grin. Thank you. Again, Naruto Uzumaki. I will be then... Wait, there is a spare room. I think you can use that. In my office. In my house, I mean. You don't have to worry about anything. It's not like I'm, trying to invite you or something bad or anything. It's just that my mother as well as, Tsunade also lives there. So you don't have to worry about anything. She giggled. Well, thank you. So nice, Naruto Uzumaki. I guess, I will follow you. As Naruto and Kaguya begin to walk, as Kaguya smirked under her breath. It worked. Worked like a charm. Zetsu has fulfilled his living and returned back to her mother as it was her will, Kaguya's will. And as for the Akatsuki, they could fend off for themselves. God knows doing what. But unknown to her, Akatsuki were so hell-bent on doing this, surviving the 10 tails. Not like they could do that anymore. It was a failsafe of Kaguya. Let them try. How many souls they could hurt. She did not knew. Only if she knew it. As after that, Naruto introduced her to everyone. As everyone greeted her and accepted her instantly. And after that, some time went by as well again. Naruto and Kaguya were getting closer. As unknown to them, we go towards space. As we go towards a faraway place that was once a planet, but now it was only a piece of land there, just like asteroids, but still bearable and livable. There we see a huge war happening. On one side were the Otsuzukis, all who were being killed by one person, a celestial, who was emergence of the ancestral King clan. You see, both of them at one time were at peace and were going to be more than that because of political marriage between them to strengthen their bond. Kaguya Otsutsuki versus their leader, who was now the Celestial. He became after absorbing everyone in his populace, and now he invaded everyone, their homes, and became a tyrant as well. And he was now causing war on their planet, destroying it into bits, or what was left of it. As Ishiki was the only one alone, tell me, where is she, Ishiki? And feel me pain over my dead body. I will not tell you where Kaguya is, Celestial. You can go fuck. Before he could finish, his head was splattered into mere gore. I will find her. One way or another. Soon, my love. You will be with me, whether you like it or not. As after that, the man known as Celestial disappeared. And as we go back all the way to the Earth, as life has been going well for Naruto, they were doing some D-rank missions. Kaguya has joined their team, and Naruto and the others were now having the Chunin exams. As it was quite hustling and bustling in the village, as many teams from different villages were gathering inside the villages. Naruto met many people, interesting peoples. A man who wore makeup with cat masks, who claimed it was a war paint, a fan wearing girl, a red-headed boy who had the sand ability, as well as, well, some other different characters. The first part of the exam went as in canon. It was the second part when Orochimaru invaded. Thankfully, thanks to Kaguya and Naruto's help, as well as Sasuke and Sakura's, they were able to buy enough time to escape from this Sanin because they could not take him on head on and win. That will be suicide in reality. So they just bought enough time to escape. And they were successful, thank God. As after that, the whole second part of the exam was stopped as Hiruzen sent in most of his armies to search and look throughout the whole area, sweep it to see that if Orochimaru was truly hiding there. But unknown to them, he had taken a new getup after killing and disposing of the body of Rasa no Sabuko as the Sunagakure's Kazekage, and nobody got suspected of him. After that, the preliminary rounds happened. Naruto beat the shit out of Kiba, literally, because he insulted his mother. And that was all it took to Naruto to break 200 bones out of 206 in his body, leaving him damaged, broken, as he looked towards Hinata. I'm sorry, Hinata. It's alright, Naruto. I do not, well, have any hatred towards you, but I condemned what you did. You could have gone easy on him. I am sorry. That is why. It's alright, Naruto. You were outraged. I would have done that as well if he said something about my mother. Thank you, Hinata. Naruto said to Hinata, as after that, Naruto left. Because Kiba and Hinata were dating although their differences, that is why he said these to Hinata. He didn't want any bad blood between his friends. As after that, more time passed, and finally the preliminary rounds ended. Naruto now had to train with Jiraiya for 1 month again. This time was to train into the Sage mode. Naruto was halfway through it, just like Jiraiya. But Naruto was aiming to not half-ass it, and to do it all the way together. And he was going to achieve it, as we see him training day and night in a meditative state on Mount Myoboku. And he did not knew that 1 month flew by just like that. He sat in one place all throughout 1 month, not even eating, drinking, anything, just sitting there and meditating, taking his energies from the nature itself, becoming one with it. At one point he could see the flow of air as well in his imagination. And after that, when he opened his eyes, he was ready. They were different. They were golden with toad-like pigments, as well as orange markings appeared around his eyes. Naruto had become a sage, a full-fledged sage, as Jiraiya explained to everyone. As after that, they returned back to Konoha for the final matches in the Chunin exams. A Naruto match finally arrived against Gaara, but something unexpected happened. War was raised from Kumo Oto as well as Suna's side, as Konoha had to engage, and sadly Hiruzen didn't make it in that battle after the aftermath of the Konoha crush, which was crushed in its own right by Konoha, but at a heavy loss again. Tsunade filled in the position this time around after being persuaded by Naruto as well as by Jiraiya. Although she did not mind sitting inside a room and wasting her life away, this was the least of the jobs that she could have asked for. She had known that this wasn't the time to complain about because of the losses. Someone has to retake the mentality and restore the hope of the people, and she will be the one to do so that. And as for Orochimaru, he escaped, but not before hurting and harming Naruto, trying to kill him, which did not please Kaguya in any way. She tracked him down and murdered him ruthlessly, and that is when Ishiki, the last dying Otsutsuki, contacted her. Kaguya, if you're reading this, we all are dead. Our planet is gone. The Celestial has invaded. After your desert, we had no choice but to go into war with the other party. We lost, but we also destroyed their planet, and he absorbed everyone. to become the celestial being altogether. And now he's coming towards you. Be prepared, and best of luck. As she had to eradicate him as well as those idiots who were playing God. She went to the Akatsuki Namagaku and destroyed the whole village, turning it into nothing more than a lake now. When people found out about this, they were shocked. The civilians were moved out of that place, and those who were within, the evil persons, all were turned into husks and fossil fuels, and the village itself was now a lake, which scared many of the Kages. How could this happen? Overnight, a huge village turns into a pond, and when some of the shinobis who dared to go down into the pond went there, there wasn't anything there. It was quiet. Too much quiet. We scared them to no end. As they all retreated back, it was confirmed that there was nothing down there. Not a single brick. It was just stone. But how did this happen? Where did the village go? As it became the biggest mystery of the elemental nations. As Naruto was reading this article inside the Konoha log newspaper as it was published there. Huh, Kage-chan, have you heard about this? Oh my, how pitiful, she said. But we have to become strong now, Naruto, she said again. You're right, Kage-chan, we have to. As Naruto and Kaguya were now spending time again, until they got a mission, more specifically Naruto. What? Am I going alone? You are Chunin now, said Kakashi Naruto, and I trust you. You'll be going alone to the bandit camp. Can I just know? If anyone sees them, they could get hurt. I know who are free creatures. That is why they return to the winter. They will be back to meet you. You are a part of their pride, Naruto. I know. It's just that I miss them. So, how many goons do I have to, take down? You aren't going to take down. You're going to finish the job. Is Naruto's eyes what you want me to? Yes, Naruto. It is time that you learn. In the shinobi world, either it is killed or be killed. It's very much true. I'm going to come at you with everything I have, said Kakashi as both of them engaged into a taijutsu spar. Kakashi was easily overpowering Naruto. Come at me. As after that, Naruto threw away the kunai that Kakashi was holding. Good. You're ready. Let's move out. Nighttime. Outside the bandits' camp, Naruto moved swiftly inside, freeing the women and killing everyone effortlessly. As after arriving back and freeing the women as they dashed away, Kakashi was happy that mission was successful. But Naruto broke down, his hands shaking, him hyperventilating. Breathe, Naruto. Everything is fine. Breathe. Breathe, damn it. As after that, Naruto calmed down. And he was consoled by, Kakashi before bringing him back. As Naruto recovered within 2 to 3 months after that incident, he still couldn't forget what happened. How he easily took lives like that, but it was for the greater good. To save those who were his victims, their victims, and many others who were soon going to be their victims if he hadn't stopped them. Meanwhile, in space, as this was going on, we have found the coordinates, huh? Let's see. Earth, elemental nations, huh? They're going to die. Wait, my queen. Here I come. As a huge asteroid-like figure was dashing straight towards, at many miles per hour, straight towards the center of the elemental nations, as Kaguya as well as Naruto was alert now. What is that? As Kaguya turned into her true self, that is something that I have to take care of. As Naruto got into his battle position as well, as many of the villagers were already gathered at the position that the figure has landed. Kaguya, my love, I am here for you. You disgust me to no end, and I am not your love. Oh, but you are. You're just not aware of that. Get away from her. She said so herself that she doesn't like you, you idiot. As Naruto was blasted away, as a huge beam of chakra hit him and sending him flying away so far from the man's hand, as the hand was steaming. See, my love, anyone who gets in our way will die. not gonna die, you bastard. Odamara Sengon! As this energy that slammed into him cracked his armor, as Kaguya and everyone charged, as at the end they became victor. Those who came there to oppress were dead. There was no way in hell Naruto was going to let that happen. Alongside with Kaguya, Naruto and everyone prevailed, and the celestial being was killed off. It was worrisome that how he easily destroyed the whole Otsutsuki clan, but died that easily. But unknown to them, he was not killed by them. It was only a clone that he sent it. Meanwhile, he was resting and recovering from the war, as suddenly we go to our space in a ship, where we see a mechanism moving and opening, as inside this was a huge tube filled with liquid, where a figure was floating, wearing a mask. As his eyes opened, it was the Celestial there, who was recovering. Soon, my love. And this mortal, Naruto Uzumaki, was it? I will remember your name. You will die the next time we meet. As after saying this, we go towards Konoha, as everyone was cheering, as Naruto was suddenly then in shock because he was kissed on the cheek by, well, Kaguya. Thank you for being a hero, Naruto. As Naruto then passed out, taking a Hinata look and causing her to sneeze, as everyone just chuckled. It was official. Naruto was going to be the 6th Hokage soon. As for his friend Sasuke, he was happy because his family was alive, so yeah. Itachi was there as well to guide him. He became Uchiha Police Force, well, Shinobi. As for Sakura, she opened a store with, well, pets, because Shinobi life wasn't for her. And because after the QB attack, she saw that, and she failed the Chunin exam, so yep. The team disbanded and ended up on their own separate ways. As for Naruto, he was promoted to Jonin rank and given Sanin travel rights as well. So could be said for Kaguya, and both of them were happy. Especially Kaguya when Naruto gave her a ring. Naruto was proposing to her. And, well, life was getting just more comfortable for Naruto Uzumaki, hopefully, but unknown to them, there were many dangers that awaited them in the future. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys, so I hope you like this, 2 movies, series, whatever you call it, first movie, and yeah, it is the origins basically, so yeah, the next one will be the complete one. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. This is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.